This video covers the Chapter 17 Skills Review 1726 through 1728. We will be opening up the PS 17-4 PSD document located under your Chapter 17 data files. So go ahead and open those up. PS 17-4 PSD Canine Nation. Go ahead and update the layers. One of the things you'll do first is save your file. Save it as Canine Nation. Save it in a place that you know that you will have it. Say OK. Okay, one thing you'll notice is first you have guides sticking out. They may be bothersome at first, but they're there for a reason, and you'll notice that as you begin to work. The first thing I want to have you do is go ahead and follow the step to set the background and foreground colors to the default. That's step 3. We've already saved and updated the text layers, and now we're on step 3. Set the background and foreground colors to the default. That's located here in your toolbar. If you didn't already know that, if you hover over here, default foreground and background colors, so click that. Okay, and then as long as you know you're there, then it's not going to accidentally put a different color in the background, something we don't want. Step 4, fit the image on the screen. Many times just a Control-0 will do so, bringing your image into view nicely. Display the rulers, so go to View, Rulers, and you'll see your rulers will come up on the X and Y axis of your artboard. Guides and slices if necessary. You can wait for the slices. One thing that you'll notice is it says block slices, clear slices. Don't do anything with that right now. We're going to touch upon that in a little bit. So your document should look like this. Then you move on to step 5. Select the rounded rectangle tool. This one is hidden. It's hidden under the rectangle tool. So some people may not know where that's at. You might be used to doing the selection, and notice if you click and hold, you're not really getting the rectangle marquee tool. That can be a common mistake, but make sure that you click, hold down, and you go to rounded rectangle tool. Step 6, activate the board layer. We'll go over on our layer, activate the board layer. Then add a new layer. Go ahead up in your little list view and do this layer. You can name this layer Rescue. It doesn't tell you to do so, or you can keep it to layer 10. I'm going to go ahead and name it Rescue and then say OK. Step 7, use the guides to help you draw a shape from 15x to 340y to 135x to 390y. Then select the wood grain style. Now I know some people had some issues with that. What we're going to do here is I'll show you exactly how to select that style. First we're going to look here. You can always look and see on your X and Y where you're exactly located here. It wants you to have it at 15x and 340y. I am just eyeballing it here. It makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to select the wood grain style. Now, some of you may not be sure about the styles. If you don't have your styles panel immediately available, go up to Window, and then you want to make sure you select Styles. Okay? So if mine's gone, if I want to grab it, I'll go to Styles. And then under this little list arrow, I want to make sure that I'm on Buttons. Okay? Because that's important. Buttons should be available. When that comes into play, you then see your wood grain texture. And that's what you're going to click on. So that's the style that we added. We didn't go to any other tool afterwards. We made sure that we did the rounded rectangle, and then we clicked on the styles, the wood grain style under the button style. Okay, the next step, step 8, is to select the type tool. Go to the type tool immediately here. Click the image within the button. So I'm just going to click the image right here. It automatically selects the button, and it does default to having all of these effects applied similar to the board and groom and train. So they will appear similar. What you're going to do next is use a white color, bold 18-point Arial font, and you're going to type in rescue. Now, if yours defaults to black or a different font, you want to make sure that up here you have Arial selected, bold, 18 font. Okay, and then you want to go to your move tool, and you want to inch that down with your arrow and just center it right within that box so it looks decent up against these other buttons. Okay, and that is the first part, creating a button for a web page. All right, so go ahead and save your file, Control S, and this would be all set for that step. And now we're going to move on to create slices in an image. That will be the next step, so keep your document open and view the next video.